How much money did you spend at the nursery last spring? Now, think about the spring before that and the one before that. Most American gardeners spend between $300 and $800 replacing plants every single year. Every single year. Because the wrong plants die, disappear, or never come back. There is a better way. 11 perennials that you plant once and then watch come back every single spring, bigger, fuller, and more spectacular than the year before. Not for 2 years, not for 5. Some of these plants are still flowering in gardens where the person who planted them is no longer alive. Number 1 on this list has been documented flowering in the same spot for over 100 years. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will have a list that ends your nursery bill forever. And if that is exactly what you need, subscribe right now before we get into it. Plant 11, bearded iris. No other flower in the perennial garden has this level of detail. Ruffled falls, upright standards, a colored beard at the center of every bloom. The architecture of a single iris flower is more complex than anything else on this list, and it looks completely different from every angle you view it from. Every May, without fail, the same rhizomes you planted produce more flowering stems than the year before. More color, more blooms, more of that extraordinary structural beauty. Every 3 to 4 years, the rhizomes divide. You dig them up, separate them, and replant the divisions. One plant becomes 5. 5 become 20. Every division is a complete free plant, ready to bloom next spring. Some iris varieties in cultivation today have been grown continuously for over 100 years. You are not buying a plant. You are starting a collection that multiplies itself for free. USDA zones 3 through 9, full sun. Plant the rhizome just at soil level. Do not bury it. Every May for the next 30 years, that extraordinary flower returns, bigger every time.
Plant 10, Rudbeckia cherry brandy. Someone took the most familiar flower in American gardening and made it look like nothing you have ever seen before. Deep mahogany and burgundy petals around a near black center. The darkest, richest color combination any daisy-type perennial produces. In a border of yellows and purples, cherry brandy stops every eye immediately. Self-seeds reliably into surrounding soil. Plant it once in a sunny spot, and it returns every year from dropped seed without any replanting from you. By year 3, you have a colony. By year 5, a sweeping mass of that extraordinary dark color from July through October that looks like it cost serious money to install. It cost you 1 plant in year 1. Full sun, any well-drained soil, zones 3 through 9. Cut stems for arrangements. They last over a week in a vase and look extraordinary against lighter flowers. The most visually dramatic daisy available, comes back forever, asks for nothing.
Plant 9, hardy geranium Roseanne. 6 to 7 months of continuous bloom from one plant. That is not a typo. May through the first frost, violet blue saucer flowers with white centers appear every single day without stopping. No other hardy perennial in American horticulture blooms for this long from a single crown. Nothing comes close. Roseanne was discovered as a chance seedling in an English garden in the 1990s. By 2008, it had won every major perennial award available. 25 years later, it is still on every trial garden's recommended list without exception. It is a sterile hybrid, meaning it puts all its energy into flowers instead of seeds. That is why the bloom season is so extraordinary. Nothing is wasted on reproduction. Everything goes into the next flower. Low and sprawling, filling gaps between taller plants beautifully. Part shade to full sun, zones 5 through 9. Plant it once. Divide every 5 years for free plants. 7 months of violet blue, every single year, never replaced.
Plant 8, Japanese anemone Honorine Jobert. Every other plant on this list blooms in spring or summer. This one waits until October. When your perennial garden is brown sticks and faded seed heads, Honorine Jobert opens pure white, 5-petaled flowers on tall, wiry stems and blooms until the first hard frost takes them down. The contrast of white flowers against autumn gold and copper is unlike anything else in a late-season garden. It looks deliberate, designed, expensive. This variety was originally bred in France in 1858. Gardeners are still planting it 167 years later. That number alone should tell you everything about this plant. spreads slowly by underground rhizomes, creating a wider, fuller colony every season. By year 5, it fills a substantial space that blooms reliably every October with zero intervention. Part shade to full sun, moist, well-drained soil, zones 5 through 8. Plant it once, let it settle. In year 3, it becomes the most asked about plant in your entire autumn garden every October for the rest of your life.
Plant 7. Echinacea purpurea. This plant has been growing on American prairies for thousands of years without any human assistance. It does not need your help now either. Pink-purple petals, a bold orange-brown center cone, and 3 feet tall. Blooms from July through September. Self-sows gently into surrounding bare soil, with daughter plants appearing exactly where you would want new ones. Mount Cuba Center, one of the most rigorous native plant trial gardens in America, tested 75 echinacea varieties over multiple years. The species form was one of the only consistently long-lived performers. Most fancy hybrids did not make it past 3 winters. The plain species, the original, $6 plant, 20-year plant. Monarchs work every open flower during the September migration. Goldfinches strip the seed heads from October through February. By year 5, you have more echinacea than you started with. By year 10, the planting looks like it was always there, growing bigger, growing wider, never replaced. That is what a true perennial does.